they come after people who are truth tellers, who can tell the truth about war, especially. So if you're going to tell the truth about war, that's the first. It's easy to come at you. They know who you are because there's not many people going the other way. And then people start doing, oh, this guy's so people with MSNBC contracts start saying things like, this guy's a compromiser, he's doing something against the left, or and that's how propaganda works. When you tell the truth, they make it seem like you're doing something cynical. Hey, he's pushing for a Medicare for all vote in the middle of a deadly pandemic. Something's wrong with that guy. What is wrong with him? Like it. Hey, that guy wants Julian Assange to get pardoned for revealing war crimes. Still no, something. Well, here it is. I went on the Tucker Carlson. I got invited on to come on and talk about censorship, which is being pushed by the authoritarian left. They're the same people who are wrong about war all the time. They're the same people who pushed Russiagate, which was used to come back and bite the left in the ass and screw Bernie Sanders' campaign. I told them that would happen in 2016. They did it anyway. And so here we are again. I go on. I get called to go on Tucker Carlson and talk about censorship from the left, because the left is pushing for more censorship again, mindlessly. And then they'll smear you if you stand up for a principle. They'll say, "Oh, why are you defending fascists?" That's what they say. I've had that said to me on Twitter. Why are you defending fascists? I'm standing up for free speech. I'm standing up for the right of free speech for everyone. And if you don't stand up for the right of free speech for the people you hate the most, then you don't really stand up for free speech. And you know who said that? Your manager, Chomsky, said that. Your manager. So you're not disagreeing with Jimmy Dore over this. You're disagreeing with your manager, Chomsky, you little Karen. So I went on Tucker Carlson because we were going to talk about censorship. And so I went on, and here's what I had to say.
Host the Jimmy Dore Show. His views are on the opposite end from Donald Trump, but his views are still hated by a lot of the people in charge. So Jimmy Dore, how does this make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel really uncomfortable that this new censorship push is coming from the left. Just like I warned the left when they were pushing evidence-free conspiracy theories called Russiagate and McCarthy smearing all their political enemies, that, of course, whenever you do McCarthy smearing or Russiagating or things like that, you're propping up the surveillance state, you're propping up the establishment, and they're going to come back to bite you. And that's exactly what happened with Bernie Sanders. He got caught up with doing Russiagate, and, of course, they smashed his campaign by Russiagating him, saying that Russia was supporting him. Exactly. So this scares me, because it seems like on the left, they can I just tell you, the Capitol riot did not happen because we didn't have enough censorship. That is a ridiculous idea. OK, Silicon Valley has turned into an extension of the Democratic Party. Glenn Greenwald just experienced that. Right. I mean, what is going on right now is crazy. So just freedom of speech is the first in the Bill of Rights, because it's important, because popular speech doesn't need protecting. It's unpopular speech that needs protecting. That's why it's first. The war on terror was already used to take away our free speech rights, to take away our right of protection from invasive searches from the government. We live in a surveillance state, and now they're going to use this even more. Joe Biden has already said he's going to use this. They're using it as a domestic terrorism threat. And let me just tell you something. They never sent. We know who gets censored. People who are pro-war never get censored. People who tell the truth about war get censored. That's why I'm being censored. That's why my channel gets throttled. That's why my so this is I just lost 4,000 Twitter followers for no reason. So I don't understand how the left has to keep relearning this over and over and over. And you know, the first person to be deplatformed was WikiLeaks and Julian Assange. And this would be a great way for Donald Trump to stick the thumb back in the eye of these people, is to pardon Julian Assange. If he knows what's good for freedom of speech and freedom of the press, he should take this moment and pardon Julian Assange.
I didn't used to think that, and I totally agree with it, partly because you convinced me through the force of your argument. I think that's absolutely right. So I hope you will come back. Yeah, please.
Can I just say, Tucker, this all started with the failure of neoliberalism. Why did Donald Trump get elected? So they couldn't ever come to terms with why he got elected. So it was corporate lefty journalists who pressured social media outlets to start censoring people who weren't adhering to this official narrative. And that's what's going on here. And that's what's scary. Neoliberalism is a failed ideology. And that's why they're now using censorship to control the narrative, because they can't back it up.
And I hope you made a really evocative point, which we don't have time to explore. I hope you'll come back and explain sometime why people who are against pointless wars get censored, not those who are for them. No one will ever censor Bill Kristol. And anyway, I hope you'll come back on that topic. Jimmy Dore, great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I thought that was a good opportunity to talk about censorship and to shoehorn in a plea for Donald Trump to pardon Julian Assange. Now, Donald Trump not running for office. Donald Trump, I didn't vote for him. I'm not part of his constituency. So I don't have that to hold over his head. I don't fund him. I don't donate to him. I don't help prop him up. So that's why I don't have any sway over Donald Trump, except the public, what I could do in public right there to convince him it's for his own good. And if you want to get back to these people, to do it that way, because if I could hold it over his head, like, hey, you're not going to get reelected next year if you don't do this, I'll make sure. I would, but he's not. But by the way, again, I'm not in his constituency. I didn't vote for him. I didn't help him. I didn't give him an interview on the show to help prop him up to get him elected. I didn't do anything like that with Donald Trump. In fact, I did the opposite. I didn't want Donald Trump to be president. I covered him accurately, which is the best thing you could do. But what happened when I did that was then we trended because of it. Well, not because I went on Tucker, but we trended because there's a lot of people on the left that want to actually see change in this country, right? That would be the people for hashtag force the vote. That would be people who want to see Assange pardoned. But there's a lot of other people who are on the left because it's the only thing that makes them remotely interesting. And those are the people who attack me. And if we start winning, there goes their appeal. Do you understand? So if we actually start winning, there goes their appeal. So the last thing they want is for more people to get these ideas. Because as Tucker Carlson just admitted, it was partly because of the strength of my argument that changed his mind on Julian Assange pardons. That's what he said, right? I'm not making that up. He said that. It was the strength of your argument. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to take our arguments and bring them to people who don't agree with us and convince them. And so I just got the host of the #1 news show in America to say on air that he now agrees with this lefty position. That is a huge victory. That is what we're supposed to be doing. But there's a lot of people who see if we start winning, that's bad for their brand. And so they got to make sure people like me get tarred and feathered for advocating against censorship, advocating for free speech, and advocating for journalism and a pardon for Julian Assange. Some people had to try to make that out to be somehow a bad thing, and it made me trend. Now, it mostly made me trend because, oh, look, there's an erection. That's hard. That's hard to trend with an erection.
America got a hard on for you.
America got a hard on for me going on Tucker Carlson. That's pretty funny, actually. So it says political commentator and comedian Jimmy Dore told Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson that Donald Trump should pardon Julian Assange, quote, if he knows what's good for freedom of speech and freedom of the press. And that was trending, Assange with Dore. And so that's a good thing. And so then Aaron Matei posted me doing that, and that got like 700,000 views, and it got 26,000 likes. And so that was most of the trend, was Aaron Matei posting that, which was nice. And then he posted this. Jimmy Dore's Tucker Carlson appearance, in which he advocated for a Trump pardon of Julian Assange, is now trending on Twitter. Thank you to everyone who helped make this happen, especially those who complained about it. I mean, calling for a pardon of a guy who's been tortured for being a publisher on a show that the president actually watches. I mean, what's not to complain about? I know people are complaining. The last thing the left needs are more people hearing our ideas. There's too many of us as it is. Am I right? Last thing we need is more people hearing our ideas and agreeing with them. And just for the record, I did not talk about GoDaddy. So there it is. That's my Tucker. That's using a media platform to try to and by the way, I would definitely scream and call Donald Trump every name in the book on my own show. People are like, why didn't you swear and scream? I'm like, I don't know if you know, I'm on someone else's show, and there's FCC regulations. And also, I didn't vote for him, not in his constituency. I didn't help him get elected. I didn't raise money for him. I didn't give him money. That's a totally different relationship I have with the president that I have with, say, someone who's been on my show and asked for my endorsement. Mm-hmm. It's a totally different experience. Totally different. And if Donald Trump comes out and starts lying about Julian Assange, I will roast his ass for it. Or lying about why he didn't pardon him. I hope he does pardon him. I mean, is there a chance? There's a chance. Anything could happen. But if he does not, I don't think he'll be able to live it down. I'll try to let him be able to live it down. How about that? I'll call Donald Trump a sellout to the same people who are persecuting you. You sold out to this, to the intelligence community, the same people who are persecuting you. You sold out to them, you chump. That's the kind of things I'll say. And I'll say F Donald Trump and F those people still protecting him after he sold out Julian Assange. F them. I'll say all those things. I don't know if I could say those things on Tucker Carlson. I don't know if you could go on a primetime FCC-regulated news channel and start saying F this and F that guy. But I had 3 minutes. I think I did pretty good. I had 3 minutes. I think I did pretty good. So there you go. That's how we cover that. And so there's myriad reasons why you have to handle that differently than, there you go. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.